to the family. What's the deal? Aba isi nihu sunanigu. My man learning Garifu now right here. So what I just said, fam. One love, one love, one love, one love. Yo, we got my man John. John say what's up to the people.
What's going on, people? It's John Moreira Su. You know what I'm saying? Born and raised New York City.
No,
But
we ain't gonna go there yet.
okay,
Just say your name right now.
Got you.
Yeah. Hello, everybody. My name is Abraham Laboria Lambert.
All right. I like the way, you know what I was going to tell y'all? I like the way you guys pronounce y'all last names because y'all make it sound like Americanized a little bit.
Yeah.
Like the way you say Laboria. Like, say it again.
Laboriel.
Laboria.
To be honest with you, like a lot of people used to not pronounce my last name right when I was in school.
Same.
Okay.
So I had to literally correct the teachers and my classmates.
Okay.
They didn't know how to say Laborio.
Unless you had a Latina teacher or Latino, they would
Right.
pronounce it right.
I think
Spanish class was the only one.
Yeah,
that
I
got it
think
right.
my last name, a lot of people said is French.
Okay.
But
Wow.
it's not like a common Spanish last name, so that's what used to always happen to me.
Oh, okay, okay. Well, I see we got some people in the building right now. Can y'all let us know if our audio is okay? Because I'm not sure if you guys can hear us.
Right.
But my name's Avalado Guerrero. They call me Mr.G. And I had the pleasure of having these two young kings visit me today. And they're actually doing a documentary on Garifunas. So you want to touch on that a little bit, John?
Yeah. So the idea, pretty much came from, me myself, and also my grandmother who passed away. She was very heavily involved in the community in Travesía, the pueblo de Travesía. So for those who don't know, that's Honduras, right? So um, she was very heavily involved, and she would always bring me along with her. So I understood the importance of being connected to and understanding your culture and where you come from. But growing up here in New York, in the States or in this country, you tend to take on
Where
the
you
culture.
where you grew up at exactly?
I grew up in I was born in Queens, born and raised in Queens in New York City. And you tend to take on the culture of this, of the city and state that you're in. So we kind of were pulled away from our personal culture of the Garifuna culture. And growing up, this is all we knew. This is all we knew where we grew up. But as I got older, as an adult, I started to divert back to a lot of the teachings that, mi abuelita, my grandmother, taught me. I mean, from health to just the language.
What's some of the things she taught you as far as health is concerned?
As far as health, she really didn't believe in your Robitussin and NyQuils and that type of way of curing yourself. It was
Not saying anything about Robitussin. Please don't shut my page down.
That, but they weren't raised on that because they grew their food, right?
Mm-hmm.
They planted and they gardened. These were things that were normal, and so she kept a lot of the herbs in the house, in the household. We didn't touch them because we didn't know what they were.
Do you remember any of their names?
I do not, because she just kept them in jars. All I remember is one day, I woke up getting ready for school, and I end up sleeping next to the window with the window open.
Okay.
And so I was heavily congested, so I could barely speak. My nostrils were stuffed, and I went directly to her, directly to her room, and I told her, I'm sick. So she took, she gave me Vicks. Of course, she put that on my chest.
That's universal.
Right, that's universal for sure.
Vicks
and she told me,
Agua Florida.
Just go to the room, lay down, and come to the kitchen in like 5 minutes. So all I remember is that she went into her, her cabinet. She kept the herbs in one cabinet, and she put something in, boiled up something in. It was like a liquid in water, and then she called me. She said, "John, ven para la cocina."
But Vicks was first, though.
Vicks was first,
okay.
Yeah. Just to, lay down. That's something we were, familiar with.
Yeah.
So that's why I know the name. So I walked to the kitchen, and she told me, you cover your nose like that so you don't really smell or taste it. and she said, tilt your head back, and I drank it, and it didn't really have, it had a bitter taste. That's all I remember. So then from there I went back to my room, lay down, and I'm not kidding you, I think like 20 minutes later I went to lay down. I was tired, obviously, because growing, waking up early for school, nobody wanted to do that. So went to lay back down. I woke up and I was clear. And it, like, I think at that moment I was like, you know what, all those jars, and as a kid you're like, what is that stuff, you know what I mean?
Did she
But
give y'all the patent to it? You know it?
I was a kid. I was a
Okay.
kid. So
Mama have it?
no, she doesn't.
Okay.
She
So
doesn't.
grandma took it with her.
But what's crazy is that I'm sure I came across it again. I'm sure I've come across it. It's just that I didn't know what the name was. And so, like, we do plan on, and we're gonna touch on this, as far as the Garifuna docu-series, because we do plan on taking a trip back to Honduras, and speaking with the elders there as well.
Yeah,
um
well, that's one of the reasons why I wanted the people to meet you guys, because like me being a producer, author, working in the film industry, to go from not seeing nobody in production that looked like me to meeting you two brothers and my man Quest. We can't forget my brother Quest.
that's right.
I'm like I tell a lot of people what I do to stay relevant. I live vicariously to young men like you guys.
Okay.
So first of all, I want to thank you for accepting this invitation to come on my platform,
Definitely.
and
Thank you.
I really I'm interested in hearing from you guys. Like Abraham, talk to me, big man.
Well, my name is Abraham Laboriel Lambert, and I was born in Brooklyn.
How they find you on Facebook, on Instagram again?
Oh, the real Abrancito.
Aurancito. I wanted to see if you're going to say that in live, but go
No,
ahead.
it's Abrancito. So the
Okay.
reason why I got that name, because at one time I played with Alagani band in Honduras. They're
Wow.
from Honduras, from Travesía.
Hmm.
So I was the only American-born musician that played with them.
I like that you said that, because that's something that we all three of us have in common. Our parents are from Honduras.
Right.
Right.
We were born here.
Right.
Yeah.
So my experience is I'm caught in between two worlds, because when I go to Honduras, they call me Americano. But when I come over here, the Americans look at me like a Hondureño.
Right.
So I'm like, I'm not at home there and I'm not at home. How do you guys deal with that in
Well, in Honduras, they call us Yankee.
Yankee?
In Honduras, you know what I mean? Over here, like growing up, they didn't know what Honduras was. Like, it's either
Right.
Puerto Rican or Dominican.
Or Panamanian.
Or Panamanian.
They call me Little
So
Panama.
it was kind of strange to everybody that we spoke Spanish. Shocking. You know?
Well, in your case, you spoke Spanish. In my case, I spoke Garifuna. So I was African. I was from Nigeria, Ghana.
Right.
They thought Honduras was part of Africa, especially when they see my mother come pick me up with the Garifuna garments on.
Mm.
They're like, okay, we know Spanish. That's not Spanish.
That's not it. Right.
Yes.
Yeah. It was the same with me. Like, as soon as the teacher would say my last name, I think that was like the trigger. It was just like, Moriari, they'll just get it wrong, and it was just like, no, it's Moreira, and so
Oh, so you still say Spanish?
yeah, I always
Okay.
that was,
We got to work on Abraham, but go ahead. We gonna work with him.
No, and then with me, like, they used to pronounce my name more laboratory, all types of different stuff. But like, I have to
But your first name is Abraham. Your first name is John.
Right.
My first name is Abelardo.
Right.
I would know the teachers about to call my name when we had a substitute. When John, Kevin, Richard, when I see her go like this, I'm here.
Yeah.
Just I'm here. Next person, please.
Right.
So, but y'all got decent first names
Right.
until you say your last name is when.
Yeah. The funny part about that, I just, I had that conversation with my mother, was that hopefully I get this part of it right, but she said that
we live.
Oh yeah. No, as far as like me, quoting her, she said that my dad wanted to name me Juan, but she was like, "No, we're here now, so we're gonna call him John." You understand what I'm saying? So
yes.
Thank you for that.
Yo, that's so true, because your name is Juan in Spanish.
A lot of fist fights, I'm sure.
You
know
fit
what I'm
right.
saying? So, and for those, obviously I'm in my 30s, so for those who understand those times, late 80s, early 90s, how it wasn't accepted. It's not like today where it's accepted of they're so accepting of you being diverse. So
No,
all
now
the
it's
different,
exotic.
yeah, it's beautiful
It's
now.
exotic
But
now.
back then, you were the laughing stock, and it was like your back was against the wall, and you had to fight your way out. Sometimes.
Nah, I wasn't installing to New Jack City. Wesley Snipes came out. I was like, okay, dark skinned brothers, we in right now.
Right, facts.
Now, but that's so true. It's so accepted right now because America is a melting pot. When you think about it, who, if you out of 10, if you speak to 10 people, you probably get 3 people that are from America, down south somewhere. Somebody else going to say, "Oh, Trinidad, Honduras, Guatemala." Like it's, I'm around a lot of people, and it's rare for me to find somebody who's just straight American.
Right.
So yeah. So big man, talk to me about your role in this docu series that you're doing.
Well, my role at first, John used to commute from California to New York.
He's still doing
Yeah,
that.
he's still doing it. Right. So
He's visiting from LA right
I'm
now.
a visitor now. Yeah.
I'm not gonna say LA, from California.
Southern California.
Because when I go to LA, when I call you, you like 2 hours away or an hour and a half.
Facts. Yeah. So with me, so every time we come from California, he will always stop by my house.
Okay.
So
we lived a block away from each other in Far Rockaway, of course.
I want to say salute to Far Rockaway, cold ass Far Rockaway, right by that
yeah,
ocean, man.
Yep. So he would come to my house, and he came to my house, and he presented his first project to me, which was a Far Rockaway documentary of where we come from, where we grew up, and that type of stuff. So I was a part of that at first. Then he presented to me about the Garifuna docu-series. So since
how he presented it to you, like was he excited? Because whenever he talked to me, he'd be real cool, collective. I'd be like, yo, get hype about this. You about to make history.
We were just sitting down having a conversation.
Yeah, you're bullshit.
And he was telling me I want to do this Garifuna documentary. So I wanted to get in contact with a few musicians. So
that's where
I
you're the ambassador. You connected to everybody.
Yeah. So he was like, I need to talk to Lil June. Shout out to Lil June doing his thing.
Right. Shout out.
So
oh my God.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Right. Everybody's got. So he said, I need to get in contact with Lil June. All right, really? Give me a second. Click, 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 click. Here you go. Here's Lil June. And the next thing you know, I was like, wait a minute. I got some guys that I can get in contact with. And next thing you know, I'm making phone calls, and next thing you know,
you the bridge, you the connection.
Helping them at first, and next thing you know, I'm in deep with them.
Yeah, and that's what it is. That's what it's all about. Because at the end of the day, aside from the projects, we family. You understand what I'm saying? And I think that's really what made it work, or what's making it work, is because he's from the same roots as me. You know what I'm saying? He understands what I'm trying to do. It's different if you're working with a production team that is from a whole nother demographic. You understand what I'm saying? Like, they just, you have to explain to them what Garifuna is, and you got to explain to them where we come from.
So he's not only Garifuna, you familiar with him.
He's very familiar. You understand what I'm saying? His mom and my mom, they're,
they Bonnie and Clyde.
Right, Bonnie and Clyde. So, so we grew up with the same experiences.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So that definitely helped, when it came to the idea of the project. I just pretty much wrote it out. When I was in California, I was just, I tend to write my ideas out. And then when I come out here, I'm able to, freely express it, here in New York City.
So what made the whole docu-series like something that you feel you needed to do? And the second part of that question, please tell me you got Pablo Blanco on.
For sure. Yeah.
Oh my God. Yes. Pablo Blanco is like.
Shout out to Pablo Blanco.
Salute,
that was definitely a great interview with Pablo.
How long did that go?
That was about 3 hours.
Oh, that's it? He cut it short for y'all because Pablo he knows.
You know what I mean? And I definitely will stay in contact with him, because we definitely got to get back together and just politic, because he has a lot. He knows a lot, and he's on that same mission as us, and just answers, going into your first question was,
Yeah, I
um,
work backwards, but that's
yeah,
my
it's cool.
dyslexia. Go ahead.
But what it was is I saw that, going back to our experience with the culture here in this country, is that we we understood where our parents were from, but there was still a disconnection. You know what I mean? Because we were forced, and they were forced as well, to embrace this culture. To adjust when they came here. And so they bought what they knew, and they did what they could with what they had when they got here. And a lot of that.
Salute to all our parents who
Salute,
came
yeah,
out here,
most
man.
definitely.
Wow.
That's why you can't, I never blame them. I never blame them for not knowing Garifuna and how to speak it and things of that nature. Because, at this, for one, I'm a grown man, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not going to blame anybody for anything, but for
I
two.
like for remember for two, but I like the fact that even though you say they don't learn God, they don't know speak Garifuna. I like the fact that you taking the initiative and learning yourself.
Most
What's
definitely.
your teacher name?
El Señor Ruben Reyes.
So salute to Ruben Reyes for
Salute, yeah.
teaching, keeping the culture alive.
Right. And
All right,
also
so for
salute
two,
El Señor Milton Witty, because he also gives classes as well here
Milton Guiti.
in New York City.
Oh, that's my cousin. You got to be my cousin. I'm
Gotcha.
Guiti. I'm Guiti all day. So
Yeah.
saludo primo.
Yeah. But for two, I feel that we have access to information that our parents didn't have access to. With all this technology, even as you see us here on this podcast, this is something that our parents can fathom. You understand what I'm saying? And so, I feel it's our job to fill in that gap, and so that way our kids understand the culture better, and can boast about it proudly. So I think, and just really to really understand, the history and the our true story, our story, and not wait for someone else to tell our story for us. You know what I mean?
I
So
like the fact that you said that because I never thought, what if when our parents came here in the 60s and 70s, what if they had this technology to sit down and talk to us today in 2022? So, what message you got for people, the Garifunas, or people in general in 2052? How this whole started? Like, what you like to let them know how we living now?
I would say we're definitely unity. I was that let me start there.
Wow.
Unity. That's pretty much how we're gonna solve our problems. Stop. There's nothing wrong with outsourcing, but where our unity will be our biggest uh how will I put it? That will be our biggest gift, I guess you can
So
you
you
can
said
say.
that.
When it comes to understanding where we come from and building, and leaving a legacy for our children and our grandchildren.
Oh,
Because like I said, our parents did what they could with what they had, and
facts.
because of that, we were able to have access to even much more. So there's no reason why we can't leave our children and grandchildren with even more than that. You know what I mean? Even more knowledge, even more understanding of who they are and where they come from and where their elders come from and ancestors come from. So that's our job as individuals. It's not just me doing a docu series, and even shout out to do what's it called? Do your homework. Who does that?
That's Tito Pingolini.
Tito Pingolinis.
That's
he,
my that's my
yeah,
nephew.
shout out to him
out
as
to you
well.
guys.
I tune
Yeah,
in. I tune in to everyone. Shout out to the young lady Syria Alvarez. She does the Garifuna market. Shout out to everyone who has a platform that's pushing our culture and using this technology to push our culture forward.
Yeah. Hold on. Shout out to Ivan Moreira. Cuzzo, you're doing your thing, and we are proud of you.
That's right. If you know the
Speaking of
clothing.
Ivan Moreira, I actually in the documentary that I'm a part of with Nick Cannon, I had one of his Garifuna shirts on,
Right.
the yellow
So
one.
his shirts is all over New York City.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to him.
Yeah.
Like he's related to me as well.
Your whole family must be big as hell.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely.
On both sides.
At
On
some
both
point,
sides.
we are related.
Okay.
Yeah, we are related.
I hear you.
Everyone's doing it. it seems to me like everyone's doing their part, and with our community, that's, it's us. It's we have to look, in the mirror and say, what can I do to push the culture forward?
And
You know.
you know one thing that I've noticed, and please, I don't want anyone to get anything twisted. We don't have anything against America, Panama, like other cultures. We just enjoy our culture. One thing I noticed with, I was speaking to someone, and he said, I wish my culture was like the Chinese people.
Mhm.
Chinese never say, I'm from here, I'm from here. They just say, I'm Chinese. That's
Right.
it.
Right.
But if you come amongst our culture, like the Garifunas, oh, I'm from Trujillo, or I'm from San Juan, I'm from, they never just say, I'm Garifuna.
Right.
Even when you go to our parks, like Ferry Point, Santa Fe have their section, San Antonio have their section, Trujillo have their. It's just not a like one. It's not. It's like one group.
Yeah.
So I wish that we wasn't so divided that way.
Right.
Like that's something I wish that we could work on.
I wanted to piggyback off the question that you said about the youth.
Hmm.
Listen to
Watch,
your
watch your
elders if they
tone. Watch
still
your
here.
tone. Watch your tone.
Easy, G. Easy, G. But
Great
for,
message though. Listen
for
to your
those
elders.
of you that have your elders still here,
Yeah.
listen to your elders because
Facts.
they know what they're talking about, and they trying to give us gems so we can move on
Right.
That's a
and
fact.
teach our own kids or
Hmm.
our nieces and nephews so our culture can continue to go on.
But this new generation, like, well, I was included back then, not now. I remember speaking to an elder. They would speak in a way where I was like, damn, like going in one ear and coming out the other ear.
Right.
So me, what I do with my nieces, my nephews, my sons, my daughters, I try to stay relevant and use terms that they use so that I could be the cool uncle, cool dad, so that I can get close and put seeds, plant some seeds to let it grow later.
Right.
Because it's something about somebody being governed over, like, do it this way, do it my way.
Right.
Kids shut down. So we have to learn how to speak to these kids. But to your point,
Yeah.
like I wish now I'm part of that. I wish us as the elders, we need to learn how to communicate, keep these kids' attention too.
Right.
Because like we were talking when we first started, when you first started your documentary, I was telling you that I wish I had someone like me that'll tell you, no, don't go this way because I went that way already.
Right.
It's no good, do it this way.
Right.
So we gotta help our youth, like
Oh,
with
yeah.
whatever we each one teach one.
Right.
Yeah.
And that, no, that's definitely important, because just going back to what you just said, even like when it came to discipline, it was, the parent is right and you're wrong. You don't have a space, as some children, some children just didn't have a space to express themselves.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And so, just like you said, they would shut down. But we know better, and I think that's my main point. Like, we know better. We know what worked and what didn't work. Some of us are our parents ourselves. So like I said, there's no excuse for us to continue that same
Cycle.
rhetoric. You know what I mean? If we understood that, okay, that didn't work.
Wow, I'm so glad you said
Yeah.
that because a lot of people, I have a 4-year old, and we look like giants to these kids.
Right.
If we govern over them like this is if we don't give them a chance to speak or because it's never my way. I would tell my sons, even my older sons, I would tell them this is what I would do. What would you do about it? And I had a conversation with one of my sons a while ago, and I was like, son, help me be a better dad. What do we need to do? Like, I need input.
Right.
So I like the fact that you said that. That made a lot of sense.
Yeah. It's definitely a balance there. It's
Mm-hmm.
definitely a balance there. And so, because like, in this day and age, with the technology, is pros and cons, I feel, where there's so many distractions, so we have to be careful, especially with the youth. We have to be careful and be mindful that what we exposing them to.
Okay.
And so, when it bringing it back to the to the Garifuna culture, making them understand that yes, this is something you can be proud of. This is something that it's not something that's just
Salute to my queen. Okay, I'm sorry.
it's not just something that you should celebrate in the house. You can celebrate this outside. You can celebrate it with your friends. When they ask you, what is punta, what is garifuna, you tell them, with your
Proudly.
head held high,
Proudly,
proudly,
yes.
right? So I think in that way, it definitely has changed. Because just like Abraham was saying, because I've experienced the same thing as a child, being in school and finding people finding out you spoke Spanish, and it's just like, okay, what do they think about me now? Am I an outcast now? So but now it's embraced.
Imagine in early '80s, my mom sent me to the public school. Everybody get everybody go to lunch. They have their peanut butter and jelly. I take out my casabe, my
Right.
fishtail. From the time they saw the casabe, they saw me put water on it. They,
Oh
yo,
my Lord.
what
I
he
can
about
only
to eat?
imagine.
Come
I can
on,
only
man.
imagine.
You know how many times I had to fight because of my lunch?
And that's what I'm saying, so but and nowadays obviously hope that's not the case anymore with but it's a different, and so just to go off of what you just said, it's a different challenge for the kids now. See,
Yeah.
we had a specific challenge where it was like our names, where we were from, where our parents were from,
Mhm.
but these kids are facing a whole different type of challenge. So just going back to what you said is being open with your children, and trying to understand their world, because their world isn't our world. You know what I mean? And so just understanding that, and having a space where they can express themselves, and then obviously you still the parent, so you still have to
Yeah.
direct them. You
Mhm.
dig what I'm saying? But and that's part of the culture. That's part of the culture of us. That falls in that same category of us being proud, of who we are, and pushing our culture forward and things like that. And that's what the docu-series is about.
That's
It's
what I was just
informing.
about to ask you.
Yeah, it's about informing us as the creators, because we're learning through the process too. We're not here telling you that we have it all figured out. No, as this project grows legs, we're learning. We're students, at the end of the day, all the way to the end. And so just in that process, just teaching the youth, and teaching those who didn't know what we're finding out. And it's a beautiful thing, man. It's a beautiful thing. And I know for those who I've come across, and they ask me, when is it coming out? The plan is, for the first episode to be dropped the fall of 2023. You'll be seeing bits and pieces of trailers and this and that and what have you before then, of course. But the first episode would be fall of 2023.
Can you tell us some of the artists that you have there? Hold on,
So
before we get into there, like nobody gonna say nothing about my T-shirt.
I'm feeling that, you know what I mean?
Okay. Come on.
He's not born.
My cousin made this shirt, and thank you, prima. I love you, baby. Garifuna bon. From the
I'm
time I
gonna need
saw
one.
it.
I'm gonna need one.
All right,
Yeah.
I'm gonna hook y'all up with her.
Thank you.
All right. All right, so talk to me. Who's gonna be on it?
Okay, definitely. And just to add to that, we definitely got to support each other, because we're creatives all around.
We're gonna talk about the hat. Is it?
We will.
Okay.
We're gonna get to that.
Okay,
That's
okay.
the other project, so
Okay.
we will get to that.
Okay.
But yeah, with this project, a lot of the artists that we have sat down with, musicians that we have sat down with, mostly because we started.
I want to hear some names. Who we
started
gonna
here
see?
in New York? So we had Aurelio Martinez. Thank you for taking the time. Paula Castillo, Baba from Govana, Sandra. Thank you for taking the time. Oh man.
Yeah, Eddie from G&G.
All right.
Hamuge. Go ahead. It ain't gonna stop, Eddie. Hamuge.
So
Marcus Garvey.
This is another Eddie from G&G.
Oh, okay. I thought
which Eddie Legacy.
Eddie Legacy. Okay.
Shout out to Eddie Legacy.
Shout out to Eddie Legacy.
Did y'all get Eddie Legacy yet?
Not yet.
Yeah,
Not yet.
gotta
Not
get
yet.
Hamuge.
We being
I'm gonna
patient
put him out
because
there.
with we're dealing with, sometimes, our schedules don't meet up, so that's
Yeah,
understandable.
because you coming from the West Coast.
From the West Coast, right.
And then when you come, you stay for about a week. And so it's whatever you could get within that week.
Right.
But keep
right.
name dropping. This is a name drop.
Oh, yeah,
time.
for sure.
We got Raul Chavez from La Yuca.
That's right.
Who else we
We
have?
have
Socia Style.
that's right.
Socia.
Socia from Guatemala.
Come on, man. Socia is official. That's
Yes,
a
sir.
ball of energy.
That dude, he comes with
Yeah.
his modules.
Yeah.
Stuff. Put his music on.
That's all in one.
Rocks.
That's all in one.
Every time.
Rocks, bro.
Every time.
I videotaped him for a Christmas special a couple of years ago, and he does, because when you see him, he's real mild mannered, calm, but when he get that microphone, it's a whole different. He turns into a beast.
He gives you a show.
Yeah.
That's a wrap. We also interviewed Tito Pingolinix.
Right.
Tito Pingolini,
Alex
that's my
Diego.
boy.
Alex,
We
yep.
did C. Wells.
That's right.
G. King Castillo
G. King.
from Belize.
Yep.
Oh man, Figaga. No, Figaga.
We got Figaga from Gobana. Shout out to him. So one of the OGs. If you don't know about Gobana, look it up.
Yeah.
Everybody that's in the comments, if you know any artists, Garifuna artists that you feel they need to videotape, please post it so that we can get in contact with them.
Right.
All right.
Yeah. No more name drops.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah. Come on. Y'all been filming for a while now.
We got Calincho from Alagani Band from Travessia. Shout out to Alagani Band from Travessia.
So see, one of the best. Somebody just wrote. Yep, that's a fact.
We got the legendary Coco Man from Garifuna Legacy.
That's right. Beautiful. That was a beautiful.
Right here.
That's my little brother. But go ahead.
That was a beautiful interview.
That was legendary. Legendary. He was one of the pioneers.
We
one
got
of the guys from Jesus Christ, from Garifuna Kids. To us, Garifuna Kids was like the Beatles to us. Like
I see
generation,
that.
right.
I see that.
In my generation, growing up, I never seen the band to this day reach the heights as Garifuna Kids.
Yeah, they did their thing. That's my new addition. Garifuna new addition for me.
Yeah, exactly. So little by little, we there trying to communicate with everybody and trying to, get, what we can get.
Yeah.
Because the story needs to be told by us.
Right.
By the Garifuna, musicians.
Yeah.
Anybody that has a business.
And that's one of the things that I like that you guys are doing, because we can just hear about these people, and being that we still have them alive,
exactly.
let them tell their own stories.
Exactly.
Right.
So that the people can hear it from them.
Yeah, you can see them in the street, you can see them here and there, and they're like, oh, I heard your music, but I don't know who you are.
Right.
So this is giving them the platform to let them know who they are.
Tell me y'all trying to connect with Shabakang. If y'all need that connect. What about Panchang?
We haven't yet.
I'm gonna connect y'all with them.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm gonna connect y'all.
There's a list that as we sit
Menor.
Say it again.
Menor.
I heard about him.
Come on.
We definitely have to get him.
I'm gonna give them my list, y'all. So we gotta get these guys, because Menor is one of the first Garifuna, the only Garifuna artists that I've seen a billboard in Madison Square Garden.
I've seen that too.
Like that blew my mind away. And this was somebody that started. Somebody said Camaleon. Did y'all get Camaleon? He's in Houston right now. I think Camaleon is in Houston. I got his number too.
Okay.
Giddy. That's my boy right there. So, but Menor, go back to when I saw Menor in Madison Square Garden. That just blew my mind. So I would love for y'all to talk to him about that. I'll connect y'all with him.
Speaking of that place, I actually worked there.
Oh,
so
man.
When I saw that was special to me, because I always
Yankee Dos Doce. Go ahead.
Yeah. Shout out to Yankee.
That's my brother.
But I always had this dream that one day it could be a Garifuna concert at Madison Square Garden.
Did you see that Menor when you was there?
Most likely I worked it. Most likely I worked it.
It was up for about 4 days. It just blew me up.
Oh yeah, I seen it online, because
people was taking pictures of it. Pictures of it.
I seen it online for sure. It popped up on my feed, so I know exactly.
So my dream was that one day there could be a Garifuna concert at Madison Square Garden.
How you felt when Eddie Gomez fought in Madison Square Garden?
I was
at that fight.
I was there. He fought in the undercard and he won that fight.
Not by knockout.
Yeah,
keep it real.
And
he
won that. Shout out to Eddie Gomez.
He went night. He put him to sleep.
Oh yes. We got him.
Yeah.
We
And
interviewed him too.
to make it clear, to piggyback on what you're saying. Also, we're not because this docuseries is being broken down in different categories. Right. So yes, we're naming artists, but overall just creatives. When it comes to music, film, entertainment, fashion, education. You mentioned Pablo Blanco. And the history. So this is something that's been well thought out. It's not something that we're walking into blindly because
No,
this is
they
a
can look at
culture.
your face and tell you ain't playing no games. This man is serious.
Yeah,
This
because
man is serious.
and I deal with that's how I attack anything in life. I organize. I get things together because this is a task that's something. This is something that that's gonna outlive us.
Right.
So we got to make sure we do it right. And hopefully this sparks the next Garifuna king or queen to take the baton and keep running with it. You understand what I'm saying? So
Yeah, this
that's
is one of the main reasons every time we speak, I'm like, cuz, okay, what's next?
right.
Cuz, what, let me get a date. Cuz,
And thank you for that.
no,
Thank
no,
you for that.
anytime. I'm just treating this as if I'm sitting down with Puff Daddy. I'm sitting down with um who we gonna give you? Let's give you big Rick Ross. I'm sitting down with
I
Rick
just
Ross.
need to hear.
Okay. Because this is huge. Because and I want people to understand that I'll give you an example why I treat y'all the way that I treat y'all. When I bought Mr. Vegas, well, a part of the crew that brought Mr. Vegas to Honduras. So when we got him to when we were setting up the stage, Mr. Vegas, the producer was like, okay, this is Mr. Vegas mic, and this smoke is for Mr. Vegas. And I'm like, hold up. Why can't our national artists get the smoke? Why can't we treat them like celebrities? Because if we don't treat them like celebrities,
Exactly.
how we expect the people to look at them like
Right,
celebrities?
exactly.
So I spoke, and that's why Mr. Vegas is my brother to this day. I was like, yo, V, would you have an issue with everybody looking like a headliner? He was like, no, man, let's do this. We all artists here.
Respect.
And so that's why to this day, salute to Mr. Vegas,
Yep.
Mr. Vegas music, salute to his boy Francis. Those are my brothers.
Right.
Like I call V right now, and um right there we got cool because he could have been like, nah,
Right.
this is my show. He said, nah, G, everybody a headliner today.
Right.
So we gotta treat our people like stars. So
Yeah.
when I speak to you guys, I'm talking to CEOs, executives. I look at it like that. So
Right.
if you ever wonder why I be so serious when I'm talking,
Right. Same.
Yeah.
Same. And I give you that. Is likewise. You know what I'm saying? Like I give my people the same respect.
facts.
Lift them up. You know what I mean? So yeah, definitely, man. Like this is something that we constantly month in, month out, year in, year out, that we're learning and we're growing and we're adding to the project, to the overall vision. And like I said, we don't know it all. We don't know everyone, but we doing what we can with, our 2 feet, our 2 hands, and what we know, So let this be an inspiration for those out there who want to, tackle something in life, whether it has to do with the culture or not. Just go ahead and do it. You know what I mean? And just, don't let no one stop you. You know what I mean? Because I could sit here for hours telling you all the obstacles I done ran into trying to get this right.
I was just about to touch that because when you first started filming, I was lucky to be around to see how you started.
Right.
So I was asking you some questions, and the questions didn't have answers, but you was moving forward.
That's right.
So I admired that about you.
Thank you.
And now today, that when you came and you told me, okay, we doing this. Like I see, you got legs now,
Yeah.
and it has structure. But you was able to you was moving forward even though all the ducks wasn't lined up.
Yeah.
And I admire that about you.
Thank you.
Nah.
I think I seen this quote. It said, you can't learn to drive a car, you can't learn to drive a parked car. You gotta,
I like that. I like that.
And
You gotta be moving.
It has to be moving.
Whoa.
And so
Stealing it.
that's definitely the mentality. When I saw that quote, I shared it. I reposted it because that's really the mentality. A lot of times when we have ideas, we're not 100% sure how it's gonna work out, but we still move forward because we know with motion, we gain knowledge and understanding. You know what I'm saying? So that's really what this is all about. So
Real quick,
Mhm.
is that super bueno?
That's my guy, Super Bueno. My man, Prime Time. Good vibes, Prime Time. Good pride. Good vibes. Good vibes.
that DJ
Prime time from the West
okay.
Coast?
Yeah, that's Prime Time from West Coast.
Is that No Rider, son?
That gotta be. That gotta be the DJ from the West Coast.
That's what's up. That's
Gotta
what's
be
up.
him.
It got prime time. That's you, No Rider, son. That's my nephew right there.
That's my guy right
That's
there.
the guy. That's the guy.
That's my guy right there.
I know his birthday coming up, so if I don't run into you, because we Kansas, you know what I'm saying, it's our season.
Mhm.
So I just got to throw that in
Yeah,
there.
man, my season just ended. You know what I mean? So like, but
Yes,
shout out
it's
to
me.
everybody.
That's No
Yes,
Rider,
yeah,
son. That's
yeah.
my family right
That's
there.
what's up.
Salute,
Yeah,
fam.
yeah.
Salute.
Yeah,
Nah,
that's
but
my guy, Prime Time doing his thing, man.
super bueno. Let me tell you about him real quick. I'm flying from Honduras on the same flight with Super Bueno. Super Bueno doing his thing. We sitting down and he's telling me I'm going to be at the Honduran parade, the Central American parade, and I'm like, I didn't really know he was an artist at the time.
Yeah.
So everybody's doing their thing. So then they say, okay, now bring it to the stage, Super Bueno. This brother got on the stage and his energy alone. Are y'all ready for the Super Bueno? Lit it up. So
Yeah.
salute. That's a performer right
his,
there.
His favorite around to open the legs.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my God. I'm telling you, that's my guy right there. I'm telling you.
Salute.
And he has a new shirt brand out too, as well.
Super Bueno?
Super Bueno just came out. He got a nice little brand coming out. I actually bought a shirt from him maybe 3 weeks ago.
Super Bueno, you need to put your link
Yeah,
right there so I
bro,
can post it real
Shout
quick.
out to you too. We support everybody's got it from that business, but they belong to us. They're ours.
It's facts.
You know
That's
what I mean? So
for
I
us,
don't have
by
no
us.
problem supporting everybody.
For sure.
You know what I mean?
Because it's an extension of who we are.
Exactly,
At the end of the day, when you put those three colors on there, you know what I mean, it lets me know it's an extension of who I am and what I represent as well.
Let me ask you this real quick. Both of y'all, whoever want to take this question, y'all can. I've been learning about the Garifuna culture ever since I could remember. I've heard 15 million different versions of who we are and where we come from. What narrative you heard that you fit you comfortable with? Because when you tell me about your documentary, I know you're talking about our artists and stuff,
Right.
but the history of who we are has to be there as well.
Oh, for sure.
I'm pretty sure you're not just going to start off with oh, this is Aurelio Martinez. They want to know
Right.
what's Garifuna.
Right.
So, which is one of the stories that you feel comfortable with?
And that's a layered question, right? Because
Facts.
yeah, for real. Because honest, just going back to what I said, we're as we create, we're learning. As we teach, we're still students. Right. So, but still, to answer your question, because I don't want to dance around it.
Yeah, I see you dancing a little bit.
The most recent book that had to do with our culture.
I was trying to get you to go there. I was trying to get you to go there.
Was a book I purchased. You guys could purchase this on
Amazon.
The author Andoni Perez. That hopefully I got that right. Andoni Perez. He wrote a book and he documents a lot of. He actually gives you the perspective of the stories that we've heard already, and you can say debunks it in a way, but that I'm just using that as an example because it goes to show what can happen when you do your homework, when you don't just go with the flow, you ask questions, and I think that's what we all need to do. And there's nothing wrong with that. Like I said, going back to the parent and the child, there has to be a space where the child can ask questions comfortably, because I'm sure we all had these questions before. We just never brought it to the forefront.
Yeah.
But here's an individual who, created that book. And so there's the point that he was making.
I was going to tell you about you. You were one of the first people I was comfortable enough to tell what Dr. Sebi told me.
Right.
When he was saying every slave ship had to be sponsored by
That's right.
somebody.
That's right.
And when they couldn't find any sponsors, so he debunked that. So when you told me about this book, like I ordered it immediately. I'm still waiting for it to come now.
Right.
So I can't wait to get my hands on that.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
And yeah, and it only makes sense, every car has a VIN number, so
Right.
you can't tell me that you can't find the VIN number on the car, but that I should still purchase it from you. Like it doesn't make any sense, So or I should believe that this is a legit situation, and that's how I look at it, just applying it to our daily lives. It just has to make it's some things are common sense, but for the most part, you have to dig and do your homework. And so that's what we're doing. Like I said, we're still students. We're learning in the process, and as we learn, we give what we learn. And that's what you will see in these pieces. And hopefully, the plan is, like I said, next year we will be traveling outside the country, and we definitely will tap in with St. Vincent and those places.
Well, I travel all over the world. You
Yeah.
just don't want to hire me, but we ain't gonna talk about that right now. We don't want to talk
No,
about that.
we gonna
Nah. I put my bid in 2 years ago. No, I'm just messing with you. My man Edison. Oh yes, we were my man said. Don't forget about our history.
Don't forget the history of our Garifuna service members in the U.S. Most definitely.
And that's one
Thank you
thing.
for what y'all do.
And that's one thing. I actually went to one of Edison's event. He actually honored my son, who's a captain now in the army. And when I went there, Edison, men that I grew up with, they come into my house like Theo Julian Roches. He was just my father's friend that I know. But when I see his history, this man was a army hero. But I just know him for playing cards with my father, Chalupa, Leonso. I think Leon's last name is Fernandez. Yeah, Leonso Fernandez was one of my son's mentors, and I didn't even know. So he mentored my son in Iraq somewhere, not knowing that that was my son.
Right.
So it wasn't until I went to Edison, when I went to Edison event where he honored all of these soldiers, when I found out what I thought I knew about people that I grew up with.
Wow.
But we got Pablo Blanco in the building. It's official right now.
Thank you, man. Yeah, shout out to you, man. Good to see you as well. And we're continuing the work. We're doing the work. I just want to stress that. There's no reason for none of us to sit back and wait for the next one to to fill us to fill us in. We all have the ability to I think at this point we all own smartphones, right? So we all can click a button. You know what I'm saying? Like, honestly, that's really how this started for me.
Mhm.
I organized and I started, I was in California. So a lot of the people that I made contact with, I was on the other side of the world, talking to Mr.G.
How did we connect?
Yeah, we connected over the phone. Same thing with Pablo. These are people I had 2-3 hour conversations with. And I, obviously, we all have our own, 9 to 5s and things of that nature. So I would take my days off and just go through my book and say, okay, I gotta contact this person today.
I don't have no boss, but go ahead.
You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? So it's just what are you willing to sacrifice, to push whatever you're trying to do forward. I think that's really the message. And so when you see us finally finish this project, don't for a second think that it was smooth sailing. You know what I'm saying? Because we're sacrificing to this day. And shout out to our family members as well. Shout out to my oldest brother, Andres Moreira Jr. Shout out to my moms, Eugenia Mariana Morena Arzu.
You don't want to get in trouble.
These are no.
You don't want to get in trouble.
Yeah, I don't want to get. You can't.
Smart man.
Yeah, you feel me? So let me get that out the way, because these are people
She
that
would be like, hablaste una hora y ni me pensaste en mí.
These are
man.
people that whether they realize it or not, they made it possible for me to push forward, in what I'm trying to do. You know what I'm saying? And they believe in what I'm trying to do. They see what I'm trying to do. Same thing with Mr.G. I'm sure I've given you your flowers, but I'm giving it to you again. Because
I'll take them.
yeah, you know,
You can smell them too.
you can smell them. You feel me? Because you're definitely someone who you share what you know, you share what you have, and that's rare in sometimes for us, you know, where we're not sure who we're dealing with, so you know we stop them at the door, you
Yeah.
know. But for you it's like is open door, you know what I mean? You sit down with people and you take time and talk with them and see where they're at, and you like, you know what, let's do it, you know,
I
and
go by
no hesitation.
I go by energy
Right.
because when we first connected, I told you because I got a whole production. I just like what a camera without nobody to film what you gonna do with that
It's
camera.
nothing. Right.
Nothing.
You came in hungry. I like your cuz. Let's do it. Let's do it. So it's easy for me to do that. I just gotta go by my vibes. Like once I met you, I was like I saw a younger version of me
Wow.
and with more fire. So I was like, nah, there's no way. That's why I told you any way I can help this project, I'm here. And you was looking at me like, okay, we gonna.
Yeah,
I
and I
remember
was,
I looked at your
yeah.
face. I said, he don't believe me. He don't believe me.
Because you know, like going back to the
'Cause
culture here.
real quick, I had every excuse in the book not to help. I wasn't in the country. I like, okay, go to such and such address. Let me make a phone call. Open the door. Do whatever you got to do. Had I not wanted to help, I had every excuse not to help.
Yeah.
But I saw how hungry you was, and there was no way in hell I was going to stop that movement.
And I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that because, like I said, that's rare. You know what I mean? And we got to get away from, especially, you know, because I could talk in general, but I'm just talking to, you know, our people. You know, Garifuna, the culture. We got to get away from, oh, I know this, I can't let you know, you know, or you know, I have this, I have access to this, and you know, I'm not gonna share it. You know, we got to get away from that. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, unity is what's gonna help propel us forward. You know what I'm saying? Each one teach one. That's what's
Facts.
gonna help propel us forward. So we really got, like you said, even the example you gave with the park and everyone in their own little hole,
Yeah.
and then, not whole, but in their own little space.
Mhm.
You know, yeah,
Pause.
we're all family. You feel what I'm
Niggas that
saying?
whole.
We
We'll
all,
see.
you feel me?
Jalen Ray from the Bronx.
Yeah, that's what, yeah, shout out to
Yeah.
you, Cuzzo, Dario Flaharty, Hundu Dominican. Oh man, my peoples.
Right,
Shout out
right.
to her.
Yeah, man. So that's what it's about, and like I said, hopefully I answered your question. As far as the book, the perspective that really resonated with me was the fact that you know, African people, just to touch on the, you know, our African ancestry, right? Because you know we're Arawak, Indian, African. Just on that African piece, there was, to my knowledge, there was no record of this ship. You understand what I'm saying? So homework has to be done. Let me just put it there. You know, there's work that has to be done there. You know, we can't, if there's no record, we can't just go with what was said.
Yeah,
You know,
because
from that, you know, that
based
was
based on what I was told from Dr. Sebi, I'll say that, and he said it publicly, so I'll repeat it. He said everybody goes by the myth of roots. They go by the myth of Africans coming here by ship. Africans been traveling the world before they even started writing.
that's right.
That's right.
You get it? So while that's even if you go by history, when they say if you read all these books before Columbus came, they all talked about the indigenous black people that was waiting for them at these shores.
Mhm.
So when they say we got the Honduras, we could have been there
Been there, exactly.
years ago.
Yeah,
They just started documenting it. I'm gonna repeat something that Dr. Sebi said as well. He said the worst thing that ever happened to us black people was paper, because once you write something down, you can change our history.
Right.
You get it?
wow,
So he said that was as a weapon of mass destruction, that paper, because when you write it down, they think that
that's law.
that's law, and
Yeah.
it's not. He said it's
And,
a lot of wrong
and
information in
that's
books.
a beautiful point, because if you know our history, a lot of it is oral history. You know what I mean?
Thank
A
you.
lot of it was, you know, you could find it in the music even.
You know what a
you know?
griot is?
Uh,
Griot, griot,
I've heard of it. Yeah.
griot is he's one of the eldest people in every tribe,
Right. Okay.
and
Got you.
this he knows like maybe 50s generation stories.
He's like a
So
library.
while he's dying, he's training another person to take his place. So that's how a lot of our histories is
It
there.
is right.
Yeah.
And shout out to Senor Bodoma. That's someone we
Oh
also
my
sat down
God.
with.
We sat down
Yeah.
with him and
We
I
also
thought I spoke Garifuna, so I spoke the
Right.
Bodoma.
yeah, he was giving
Whoa.
gems.
Yeah.
gems,
Gems.
and that's to add to what I was just saying. That's definitely someone I can sit down 5-6 hours and just take notes.
Yeah.
And just to piggyback off of what Abraham said.
Hold it real quick. Let me just shout out my cousin Dorothy. Hi, tell Tia Tana I say hi. Let me shout out to my man Damon Woods. Yo, D, I'm in New York. Call me tonight if you can. We got to talk. All right, go back. Piggyback off what he said.
Yeah, right. Just to piggyback off what Abraham said is that for those of our elders who are still here, take the time, man. I'm telling you, you don't want to wait till they're no longer here and regrets and regret. Take the time to sit down with them and ask the questions. What were you told? What do you remember? Because everyone has a piece of the story. You follow what I'm saying? And we have enough knowledge to take from what they tell us and put it in, and put the puzzle together. So
First of all, cuz relax a little bit, nigga. You tense like this motherfucker tense as hell.
I'm in the mode. Like
I
usually,
see.
look, usually
Breathe.
when I talk, I'm
God
standing up.
damn.
You follow what I'm saying?
Okay.
Look, if you from New York, see, look, you about to give me hype.
Okay, all
me?
right.
If you from
like,
New York,
cuz going in.
we stand and we talk with our hands.
Facts.
So I'm just trying to be cool, calm, and collected.
Okay.
You follow what I'm
You're
saying?
trying to mix the West Coast with right here. I get you.
Yeah, man. But nah, really, man, that's really what it is. And if for those, like I said, from the community who, and I see the comments as well, who want to give their input on, people we may have overlooked, and obviously it wasn't intentional, because we don't know everyone. You know what I'm saying? So we're learning as we go.
That's why I said anybody who know any artists that you feel that these guys miss, please put it in the comments.
Right.
So when we go back, we can see them, and if you have their social media, so that we can get in contact with
As
them.
well,
Because
well.
this is a docu series. It's not a documentary. So it's going to be different chapters for everybody.
Exactly.
Chapters, different categories.
Right. Thank you for clearing that up, because that's something that obviously we all know what a documentary is. That's probably like a 2 hour, maybe even 3 hour project, a piece that you sit and watch.
But Netflix, now that you do, if it's 3 hours, they're gonna break it up in two. They try to do 140 minutes.
Okay, got you. And so with our culture, it can't be told in 3 hours. You follow what I'm saying? It's impossible. So just a thought.
And rich.
Right, just a thought. That's why I always change. I watch my what I tell people, because if I tell you a Garifuna documentary, that's actually not the case. I can't tell the Garifuna culture in a documentary.
When we first started talking, you was like it was a documentary. I said, "Cuz this got to be a docu-series. It's too many of us."
Yeah, it's too much. It's too much.
I don't want to check for that. I just want to put it out there.
Look, let me beg this. He gonna get his 10%. You follow?
Y'all heard that, right? Y'all heard that.
I've been hearing that all week.
Yeah. He gonna get that. That's off top.
Now, my 10% is just gonna be when people watch it, knowing our culture and our artists.
Yeah.
That's gonna be priceless to me. Real talk.
And to add to that my satisfaction is gonna be seeing my kids talk Garifuna to his son. You follow what I'm saying? So I just want to give you an idea of what I'm trying to, like, what we're trying to do here, because it's not about us. You follow what I'm saying? Because at some point we're gonna be the elders. You know what I mean? We're gonna be the 60-year-old, 70-year-olds. And so I want to leave something here that gives them guidance.
Let them know where they could get in contact with Reyes. What's his name?
Oh, Ruben Reyes.
Ruben Reyes. Salute to what's the name of his movie? That's when he put a movie out in 2000. I forgot what year, but I was in La Ceiba. We went to the theater and saw that, and I was so impressed. First time I get online to see something that was done by somebody that looked like me.
Right.
So salute to him. I
Now,
forgot the name of the.
yeah, I'm sorry if y'all could put it in the comments as well for those, because I'm one of those who when I view a podcast, anything, I usually go through the comments for information as well. So if you know the name Garifuna Impero, that's the name.
Gadi
Okay,
Funa
right,
Impero.
right, right, right.
Yo,
So-
I was online in Saba. We drove from, it was a bus that left from Sambo with a crew just to go see that movie because a lot of the artists from the movie actors were from Sambo.
Right, okay.
So when I didn't know it was one of us that did it. When I saw Ruben Reyes, I thought, oh, this is a bro. I said, man, I was so impressed. So please let them know where they can find him because he's doing the Garifuna classes.
Right, he's doing the classes. You can find him online. His Facebook is Ruben Reyes. RUBENREYES. I'm trying to think of any. Yeah, but that's you could definitely contact him through there, and I'm sure he will give you his contact and when he gives the classes because he does the Zoom classes.
Pablo said he also did Espíritu de tu mamá, like your mother's spirit in English. It's on YouTube.
It's on YouTube. Okay.
I'm definitely gonna check that out.
Yeah,
Okay,
absolutely.
perfect. Thank you.
Hold up, I see. Yo, okay. That's that's Edwin. That's Eddie Legacy. That's his older brother.
Okay.
How I know Eddie, because Winnie, salute to Winnie, that's my best friend. So him and I, he used to come to Riverdale Towers and hang out with me. I used to go to Marcus Garvey where they live. So I met Eddie going to the house with Winnie.
Gotcha.
So going to the house with Winnie one day, that's when Eddie told me my name is Hamuge and I'm a rapper. Eddie was about maybe 9 or 10 years old. So I never forgot that. So salute to my brother Winnie. That's my brother right there. He was the one who took me, he sponsored a trip to Guatemala where I went to Guatemala and I did 19 videos for free. Talento Chapin. You know how we got Talento Catracho?
Right.
Talento Chapin. Winnie was the one who brought me out there.
Wow,
So salute to Winnie. Good to see you here, brother.
Yeah, that's beautiful, man.
Yeah, that's one of the situations where at the time Winnie and I was hanging out, I didn't even know that Guatemala wasn't part of Honduras. Right. I was like, oh shit, wow. Guatemala. I thought it was like, I thought it was like Ceiba, Tegucigalpa, Guatemala. Right, I didn't know Guatemala was a different country. Wow. Hold on, I see my little sister Nancy. What up, prima? That's the Jennifer Lopez from back in the day. That everybody was after Nancy. I had your back though, cuz. Tell them how I held you down. Nah, love you, cuz. Good to see you guys here. So yeah, so Winnie was my connection. That's how I know Eddie name is Hamuge because of Winnie.
And I know because you tell me.
Yeah, everybody gonna know your Eddie Legacy, Hamuge. That's his first name.
Lord, wait till I see you.
He gonna get me.
Yeah, but like I had an opportunity to work with a lot of guys. Like
yeah, you work with everybody.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
Eddie Legacy. Shout out to Legacy Gifted. Right. I work with a lot of men. Shout out to Eddie G from Guatemala. Got a chance to work with them brothers.
And then y'all work with Super G.
I haven't worked with him, but I've seen him. He's like
that's another on the list.
He's a legend in the game. That if you
I've never seen somebody that size move like that
if you never
for an
seen
hour
Super
straight.
G before, he is a treat to watch.
Yeah,
because that man, I don't know what's he on.
Yeah,
but that man has an energy that, like, Jesus Christ.
They make Red Bull out of his blood, I think.
Pretty much. I don't know.
You seen him perform before? Oh my God!
Oh, I saw him in Essex one day.
That's where I seen him.
My boy Eddie.
That stage was too small.
We opened for them.
Okay.
So after we finished, my man Eddie G, shout out to you. He told me, "Yo, go in front of the stage and you should watch this brother."
Yeah.
And his album came out like maybe a week before that.
Mm-hmm.
I started watching that brother. That man killed it.
He's what I consider the Busta Rhymes in the Garifuna world. Okay. You don't want to follow him.
Okay. Yeah.
You do not want to follow Super G. He's a close. Yeah, that's my Busta Rhymes. All right. Speaking of top 10, let me get your top 10 Garifuna artists.
Start with
no. I'm starting with you. You ain't controlling this. Talk to me. Hold up. You got a joke. I'm just like, oh yeah, me and Nancy, we used to laugh on the train every day. I'm surprised nobody jumped us on the train. We saw fights on the 3 train because I went to Martin Luther King High School, and Nancy went to, I think, Park West. She got off on 50th Street. I got off a stop after her. But that was my little sister. Love you, cuz.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Last time I seen her, I was actually filming in LA, and she travels for her job. So we was in, I posted that I was in LA, and she posted and she was in LA. And we met, and I just had a time to, I had to stop production,
Yeah.
just drive over there real quick just to give her a hug and a kiss, and then I went back to work. But I
love.
couldn't be in the same state with her and not go show her some love. Love you, cuz. Miss you.
That's
All
what's
right.
up.
Your top 10. Don't try to get
My
into what
top
I'm
10.
talking about.
In no particular
No,
order.
in particular
Nah,
order.
Nah, man, come on. You doing too many rules. Too
All
many
right.
rules.
In no particular
All right,
order. We always know that there is an order anyway.
And I'm just pulling for what what I knew, what parents played in the car, in the house. So if I left you out, it's nothing personal, right? Make that clear.
Disclaimer.
Aurelio Martinez, Paula Castillo, Nino Arzu. A group will be one, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Salute the Mamelo.
Garifuna Kids, Estrella Subo.
Is that what I think it is? Galfo from Ubo.
Where?
Alright.
Selvin?
No, that's Selby Miranda. That's Mamelo.
Oh, wait.
Right.
You a legend in your own way.
Yeah. That's what I call Mamelo? Chupa. That's Chupa. Salute the Chupa. All right.
I start over because y'all cut me off.
Okay, go ahead.
I ain't tripping.
Now, Mamelo come on the stage. That's a dangerous man right there. But start all over. Go ahead. No interruption.
So Aurelio Martinez, Paula Castillo, Nino.
No. When you say these names, for the people who don't know them, I mean, don't spit it out. Give it a little pause so we can say, yeah, I agree or I don't agree.
All right, Aurelio Martinez.
Tell me one of his favorite songs you like. Tell me one of his favorite. My favorite song from Aurelio is Africa.
I was about to say that. Yeah. So when we interviewed him, he actually played it live for us. So that was
and he played the whole thing with the jazz
whole
and all
thing.
that.
I went to Aurelio Martinez's house in Ceiba. He had 2 folders of music he never released that would be hits right now. I'm like, what are you waiting for?
Wow.
Zouk music. Look, Aurelio Martinez, Africa. Okay, I could talk about him all day.
Paula Castillo.
Okay.
What was it? The Millennial album? That's when I was introduced. I was a kid still.
Okay.
But, Nino Arzu.
What you like about Nino?
Every song. I like his tone and his energy. Even when he performs, I like his tone and his energy.
The first time I heard Nino, I didn't know if he was a man or a female.
Really?
At first.
Yeah, he has that pitch.
He was in his falsetto.
Falsetto, exactly.
Yeah.
He could reach that.
No, not in a bad way.
No,
I just
for sure.
when I say, yo, you could him and Mike from Libayama, I could listen to them sing all day.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Sing without a mic.
Yeah. Exactly. Seriously. And it's gonna travel across the room. Okay, so I'm waiting for 4 now. I'm sorry.
4, what I say? I said Garifuna Kids.
That's 4?
That's 4.
Favorite Garifuna Kids song or moment?
Song. Oh man. What album was it? The whole first album. The whole thing. I'm sorry.
Okay, saying something is wrong with your live chat. Can you guys hear us okay?
I only see 12 people in your chat. That's cool. Something is wrong with your live chat. As long as y'all can hear us.
Can you guys hear us? That's what we need to know. Can you hear us?
Okay.
Let me see. Okay, well, we have all the lights on, so we good. Okay, so number 4, Garifuna Kids, was 5.
5, Estrella Subo.
Hold up. Loud and clear. Okay, we got the green light.
Thank you. Estrella Subo, that's 5.
Hold up. Estrella Subo is 5. My queen said we can hear. We got a moment of silence to my lady in the chat. Okay. Don't say her name, because a lot of haters. Nah, go ahead. All right, baby. Shay G, what up, baby?
We actually did interview Don Coyard. Yes, that was. Oh man.
Okay, no. Go, 5. Estrella Subo was 5.
Okay,
yeah.
Thank you.
You ain't getting out of this.
Let's see. Whew.
Estrella Subo, tell me something you like about them or one of your favorite songs.
Oh man, what song don't I like? You know what I'm saying?
Give me
Like,
give me the lead singer.
oh, Califo.
Say
Oh,
less.
yeah,
Okay.
Antonio Solis.
Okay.
With his long hair.
Yeah. We
Uh,
actually saw them play live. I believe it was last year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
That was
I listened to Carpo
in
sing
Brooklyn.
for a long time. Didn't know when I met him. I was like, he can't be the guy that's singing all these Garifuna songs because he looked Indian. I like he looked like a not Indian. He looked like one of the Buffalo Indians.
Right.
And when I said he's the one singing all these Garifuna songs, when he let that hair go, it was a whole different concert.
And I got a story for you.
Okay, well, wait till we get to you. Wait till we get to you. I'm waiting for 6 from you.
6. Oh man. Okay. Let me think. There's so many. Garifuna Legacy.
He said legacy.
Legacy.
He said
Garifuna
legacy.
Legacy. I'm just thinking. I'm going back in the times where when I started to come outside the house. You feel
Oh,
what I'm
she
saying?
said Eduardo Ballesteros. Y'all got him.
Oh.
Y'all interviewed
No,
him.
He's in Houston.
He's in Houston.
Kabasa,
So, you know-
Michigabu.
I-
That was my
Yeah.
boy. What?
We started. We're starting with the community here.
Okay,
in New
number
York.
6. We're gonna get to the question.
All
Number
right,
6.
bet.
Uh-huh.
He's on point. I said okay, so there was somebody I was about to say.
Andy
I said,
Palacio, rest
I
in
said
peace.
Garifuna Legacy.
I'm waiting for 6. And while you do that, Andy Palacio, rest in peace.
Rest in peace. Figaga. Yep.
Figaga's number 6.
Number 6.
Okay.
I think that's 7, right? Yeah, because Garifuna Legacy is 6.
Okay. Also, Legacy. Okay, it's like when I hear Legacy, Garifuna Kids,
Right.
they all in one group for me.
Right.
Because I love that
get it.
whole.
Yeah.
Do you
But-
interview Pequeño?
Yeah, we did Tulio.
Tulio.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, we did Tulio.
Yeah. You know, all day. Shout
Okay.
out to Tulio, man. Real talk. Real stand up brother and hump, even just down to earth as
Do
well.
you? Let me give y'all a
Straight
history
talent.
of Tulio. He gonna enjoy this. Tulio used to work for Ringling Brothers. No, the Soul Circus. And his
You lying.
job, no, I'm serious. Soul Circus. So you know how the elephants they get kind of. So Sulio's job was to massage the elephant's nutsack. I'm dead serious. Ask him to keep the elephant calm.
Oh,
So when y'all speak to Tulio, ask him what did he do for Ringling's bottom? It's what's not the Ringling Brothers in Bottom and Billy, the Universal Soul Circus.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Ask him what did he do? Did y'all get that on the interview?
It's terrible.
No.
Oh, man.
We already interviewed him
I
already.
need to give y'all these questions. Hold up, my son is in the building. It's official now. Okay, I got somebody to start blocking people if I need so.
Man.
Now, but ask Tulio, what did you do for Universal Circus? All right, number 7. You think I'm playing, T?
I know. I can tell you dead serious.
I'm dead serious. I would not say this if it wasn't true. Ask him what did he do.
See, this is why you don't tell him. Don't
Tell me nothing.
Yeah, don't.
Now go ahead. We on 7.
We on 7. No, I said Figaga 7.
Figa got 7. Okay.
Ooh. Oh, we just spoke about him.
Figa got
yesterday.
7. Okay, you got 3 more slots, and I'm thinking of so many other guys. Wow.
I know. But
his name is
I
John Moreira. his Instagram is right on the bottom, y'all. His Instagram right on the bottom.
And I'd rather say groups because there's certain individuals who were in these groups. Like if you say Kali got a band, you got to obviously I'm saying Gifiti as well. If I'm saying Esther Bowl, I'm saying Jimmy Swasso. So you know what I'm saying?
Look all those names that would just hit right there.
Right. Exactly.
Okay, I need
if
3
say
more.
Emilio Nunez, I'm saying Ilibanya Marasa.
Libanya Marasa.
You know what I'm saying? I'm covering those. That's why I'd rather say groups, honestly. But they are the individuals as well.
Okay, you got 3 more slots. Talk to me.
3 more. Okay.
Mhm.
Obviously Baby Lou.
Oh man. Bahamad, right?
Bahamad. That's family.
That's the town next to us.
That's the town next to us.
Yo,
family.
Baby Lou, I traveled with him in Honduras as well. We came back to America together, and like one of the most humble brothers you ever gonna meet. He looked like Terrence Crawford a little bit, right? The boxer. Don't he look like Terrence Crawford to you? You know who Terrence Crawford is?
Oh yeah, of course.
Him and Baby Lou
Nah, he
look like
do.
they could be brothers,
If
right or
Terrence-
wrong.
If Terrence wore like a fit,
You feel me? They look
Yeah,
like
for sure,
brothers.
for
Every
sure.
time I see Terrence Crawford, I'm like, yo, he look like Baby Lou to me.
He do.
All
He's
right.
trying to fight what you call it?
Spence.
Tank. Is he trying to fight?
No,
Tank?
not Tank. Spence.
Oh, he's trying to fight Spence. Oh yeah. That's gonna be a good one. That's gonna be a good one.
No, we can talk about boxing all day.
All
Don't
day.
get me started.
I
You got two more. You got two more.
Slots. 2 more slots.
Two more.
Okay, I said Baby Lou. Ooh-wee.
Oh, Pablo asking Pablo, he was massaging the elephant bulls because the bulls had to keep them calm.
Wow.
Pequeño. Ay, mami, ¿cómo te gusta, papi? All right, let's go. Yeah, I know I was a backup singer too, right? But go ahead.
He's like, for those who don't know. No, come on, man.
Google him.
No.
You got 2 more slots. Go ahead.
All right, Jesus.
I'm gonna get a call later. I know it already.
For real.
You got 2 more.
Help me out. Eddie.
Nah,
Okay,
he got his own 10.
Fuerza Brava. I see somebody post it. I didn't want to cheat, but I'll put that in there.
That's why it's there.
And
salute to my son Ceci. He the one I was talking about. That's a captain, and I talk about him being a captain more than he do.
Oh, I say Caligari band. Okay. And Fernandez band, of course.
That's
Fernandez
10.
Band. That's 10.
Fernandez
so
bag.
you gotta understand, like, there was a obviously
lead singer Fernandez bag. Lead singer.
I
You want me to help you on this one?
Please, go ahead.
No, it has to be my man Pooney.
I don't know about Pooney. Come on, man.
Shout out to
Yo, Pooney, I'm trying to get your name out there.
Pooney.
Oh, y'all did?
Yeah,
okay.
No, that's why I said, hold on.
And this is live, so I can't cut it. So, Pooney.
Shout out to you, Pooney.
Sorry, Pooney. Sorry.
Koroko Gosa, stand up, Pooney. I got you. Koroko Gosa, stand up.
All due respect, yeah, because we did in it. That was a beautiful interview as well.
Pooney's another one, laid back. Yeah. Give him the mic, he turns into another person. Yeah. You find out Peter Parker is Spider-Man when you're dealing with
him and my guy Whitman with the towel and shit. That was my guy.
Koroko Gosa. So salute to my people in Corozal. Yeah. Pooney, I got you, fam. I got you. All right. I'm fucking with you.
Going with me.
All right, big man. You work with everybody, so
just about.
Hold on. We got my sister Jackie in the building. What up, cuz?
The Magic Ronnie. I've been trying to get in contact with him.
Hold on. Let me salute my cousin. Give her the salute. Both of y'all. Okay, That's Gary from the Power all day right there. That's my sister right there. Yeah. Thanks for everything that you do for us, cuz. Thank you. I appreciate you. All right. That's our female Gary from Malcolm X.
Okay. We go on my list.
All right.
I got a shout out Los C Boys from Travessia.
Damn.
Black Fever.
Damn.
Estrella Subo.
Right.
Kali got a man.
That's 5, right?
That's 4.
I'm going, bro.
Okay. That's 4? Okay.
Rest in peace, Jimmy Swasso. Gifty.
Oh, no.
Peace to him. Baby Lou.
That's 7.
I can go on.
Okay. I just need 10.
Who else I can do? Asiatic. C. Wells.
Asiatic. Give us some history for the people who don't know these people.
Asiatic, he's an artist from Belize. And the best way I can describe him, he's like the Michael Jackson of Punta.
Okay.
Straight up.
Energy.
Didn't he do a remix of one of Michael Jackson songs in Punta?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, if you never seen his performance before, it's different. Like, he will start from somewhere in the other side of the club with a cordless mic, just singing a cappella. You don't know where he's coming from. Next thing you know, he's on the stage, rocking.
Okay, Asiatic, salute. Are you sure he's from Belize? I always thought he was from Guatemala, but
no, I think
he's Belize. Okay, okay, you got 2 more.
Emilio Nunez. I can go on and on and on.
You got one more.
Eduardo Ballesteros. Shout out to Mando Ballesteros too.
Oh my God!
I grew up listening to Gallo.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Shout out to like all the bands, Legacy Gifted, Ecstasy, Outlaws, TNC, Alagani, all the bands that's out here doing our thing. We here to support y'all.
Most definitely.
If y'all want to tell y'all story, We are easy to get in contact with.
Yeah, because we did sit down with a couple of you, TNC, Ecstasy as well.
Yeah.
How was TNC?
TNC, they from Tornave.
No, I know who they are. I know who they are, and their music is crazy.
They are blowing up right now.
I actually did a music video with them back in the days, but I never finished editing the video because you know how when they have so much energy. So let's say the music is going, so they was thinking they was doing a live concert instead of doing a music video.
Right.
So when I go back to editing, you know how when you're doing a music video, you're supposed to go by everything that's on the track. That's it.
Right.
But they was having fun with each other and they was freestyling. So I couldn't put it together because while the song is going, like they would saying whatever, and then when the song is like on a break, they like chuba tiki, and I couldn't align it the way it was supposed to be aligned.
Gotcha.
But salute to them. I'm a big fan.
Yeah, I'm a big fan.
So
I'm a big fan of the culture, the music. Let me just take this time to shout out my guys from Travesía Lagani Band. I was with them for like a good 13, 14 years with them.
Oh, damn.
If it wasn't for them, it wouldn't give me the opportunity to play music. With these brothers, I was everywhere with them. Got a chance to meet a lot of, old school musicians like Gaga, Nino Arsu. I was able to have a chance to work with some of the guys from Legacy. Shout out to Hagucha Records too, my cousin Big Kev.
Oh yeah, Kev, what's up, man?
We work with them too.
Yep.
So at the end of the day, we all got Ifuna, and we all, in this together.
That's right.
So one band, one sound.
My cousin Kenny is like, yo, who's homie Abraham, my blood, yeah.
Wow.
And you guys look alike too.
That's crazy.
He's just a GQ version. Like Kenny's smooth as hell. Salute to my cousin Abdul Kareem. What up, fam? Oh man, that's my cousin right there. Like, well, the Garifuna. And it's so funny how I met Kareem. I was working at Circuit City. So this brother come in real smooth. He found out I was Garifuna. We talking, and we know we was related. So I know him as Kareem, but my sister, the family know him as Victor Mario. So I'm talking about him to my sister Olga, and she said, "Wow, the person you talking about sound like Victor Mario." And I was like, "Nah, his name is Kareem, this guy." And she's like, "Okay," but when I showed her a picture, she said, "That's Victor Mario." So I go and tell him, "Yo, why?" My sister said, "Your name Victor Mario." And he said, "Yeah, that's my, but I'm Kareem now." So I only know him as Kareem, but my sister and he knew me since I was like 3-4 years old. Okay. But I just reconnected with him, and we was. Imagine being cool with somebody that's your family. We wind up being family. Right. So salute to my cousin.
Even before you knew you.
Even as you feel me. So salute to Kareem because always good to see you. Yeah. All right. So let me ask y'all something real quick. We surrounded being born in the United States. When do you guys fall in love with Punta? It's like that song when you fall in love with hip hop. Yeah. When do you guys? You're gonna go first because this nigga be taking over.
Me, it was just...
Tell me the moment, the day, the song. I don't like to give him a moment to think.
I got it. My father brought a couple CDs to the house. Got even my kids.
CD? Oh yeah, I forgot you young. Yeah, I forgot you young.
But we had tapes back then too. Gali Gal Band. La Runihati.
You ever heard of Los Juniors? Too far. Tito Pingolini's father was part of that group.
Right. Uncle Tito.
What you call it? Mentioned them. John's dad. Father. When we interviewed them, we interviewed John and his dad.
There you
Shout
go.
out to them.
That was legendary too.
Yeah.
So I fell in love with Punta like when I was a young kid. Like we used to always have we lived in Far Rockaway. So every 4th of July, my mom used to always celebrate my birthday and my sister's birthday. She's no longer here.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace to my sister.
Rest in peace, Queen.
Everybody used to come to Reese Beach
Oh
the
wow.
Bronx,
Okay.
Brooklyn,
I see
to
that.
celebrate our birthday. So like all my uncles used to always, bring the tapes and all that, bring the big boom box. That's when I fell in love with it. Like, always got to force myself to dance with my moms, my aunts, and all that stuff. You know what I mean? So that's when, I fell in love with the Garifuna music, not knowing that later on in the future I was going to become a musician.
Wow.
That's a whole different. And my mom used to always tell me that when I was a kid, I used to bang the oyas. Like a drum
So you
set.
had
I did
that.
not. I don't remember that, but that's
Mhm.
what she used to tell me. So when I came up to her and I told her, "Listen, I'm gonna be in the band from Tarasia, like the band," and she was like, "I knew it."
She was already.
Yeah, she knew.
All
She
right.
knew.
So salute the mom for being a
Yeah,
visionary.
shout out to my mom, Rosemary Laborio Lambert. Shout out to my pop.
I like the way he say the last names.
Amado
Americano.
shout out to all my siblings out there. Shout out to my family, my cousins, my aunts, everybody. I don't want to miss nobody.
All right. Now we got time. We got time.
Nah, I don't want them to come with the belt. You
Okay.
feel me? Yeah.
All right. Before we get to you, cuz I gotta shout out my brother Beneno. It's a political miss. Y'all know who that is? Yo, I remember when I first got into the Garifuna community as far as doing music. I was somebody told me, you heard the song Beyonce yet? And I was like, Beyonce is singing Punta now? And so they played the song, oh yeah, honey, we get honey, we go.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yankee and Veneno. Like that's the song that introduced me to the new age punta. And when I started helping out the Talento Catracho, Yankee, Veneno, Mr. Blunt, Planamu, they was the first people that I ever interacted with as far as helping with this Talento Catracho. Salute to Planamu. Planamu is from Guatemala. Planamu was the first one to tell me. He gave me a camera, one of those little JVC cameras. Yeah. He said, because I told him, because the Garifuna, the Talento Catracho started, it was 5 of us. We all say we're gonna go help our people, but when it was time to go do it, I'm the only one who went. Right. And the only one who gave me any money was George, rest in peace, George, from Garifuna magazine. Right. Yeah, George said, yo, cuz I can't go, but here go $500. Have it can help you. So he did that, and Planamo gave me the first 20 videos was from the camera I got from Planamo. Okay. So that goes back to us helping each other out.
Coming together, yep.
Imagine with all the equipment that I have, I'm not the only one who have cameras. Right. Imagine if all of us had the same mentality that we have. Like I go to LA, I don't have to bring no equipment because I know you out there. Yep. You feel me? Yep. Imagine if we united that way. It'll be crazy.
Unstoppable.
You feel me?
Unstoppable. And like that, like we'll cover much more ground in shorter amount of time, which would allow us to get more done. And that's what I mean when I say,
us. You get in the message mode. Go ahead, cuz. I see the form. Go ahead. Handle your scandal. Let's do this.
But that's what I mean when I say, passing the baton, because it's not just us running this race.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We're all running it together as a relay. So, I'm passing it off to Abraham. He's passing it. So that's how we got to look at it. You know what I mean?
Garifuna united. That's a fact.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Okay, now back to you. Uh-huh. Answer the question.
So
the time, the song.
I remember it was early afternoon. We were headed to not Honduras. We was headed to the Bronx.
What year?
We were coming from Queens. I do not remember. I know it was in the early 90s.
Early
90s. Pops was driving. We were all in the car. Moms, all of us in the back, of course, siblings. And I think it was a tape, because I don't think it was no CDs yet. But it was a cassette tape of Garifuna Kids, and the song was Sara Sara. Oh. But the whole album was playing. Damn. The whole album. So yeah, you gotta understand.
Everybody remembers Sara Sara.
Yeah, I mean, so I remember just that playing. You play that whole album. By the time you get to the Bronx, you're good.
Yeah, of course.
So that's my memory. And I'm just in the back, sitting down dancing. You know what I mean? In the seat.
How you was dancing? Say it. Do it again. Hey. Hey, bomba.
Hey, nobody can tell me nothing. That's a fact.
No, I saw you dance punta.
Yeah, I do my thing.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
a
no,
fact.
no.
I do my
We
thing.
don't have two
Do,
left feet.
did I
Yeah.
film it when we did? I did a photo shoot for Sally. Salute to Sally. Her 50th her 50th photo shoot, and they put punta on, and
Yeah.
you shocked me when you started
Yeah.
dancing.
You ain't got to
Punta.
throw that up. You know,
No,
that's,
no, no.
that's a
If I
special
find
moment
it,
in
it's
time.
go. You lucky this is live. It would have been right in the corner.
That's a special moment in time. You know what I'm saying? And you know, definitely, like, I think that's how it was back then. Before, you know, before we had phones with cameras and stuff like that, we just enjoyed and embraced each other and enjoyed the moment. You know what I'm saying? And that's something we got to get back to. I think even in certain when we go to certain events, you know, put the phone down. You know what I'm saying? Enjoy the artists, enjoy the
Absolutely.
bands. You feel what I'm saying? Get on the floor, dance. You know what I'm saying? Stop being on your phone posting all day. You know what I mean?
But
Like,
that's marketing, cuz. Why you?
No, I understand that.
I
but
know,
like,
yeah, but
let me
Go ahead.
tell you something here. I'm a musician, and
What was it? What you play? Come on.
I used to play the drums.
No, not what you play right now.
But right now I'm not. I don't even play anymore. You know, so
he's helping. Yeah.
you know, so like right
No, but if you picked up what instrument right now, you could get busy on.
oh, give me acoustic drum, give me an electric drum, and I can play with no
Okay,
problem. I can
okay.
play congas as well.
What about with your hands? Can you do that?
Oh, tambor?
With your tambor? Yeah.
I can do that a little bit. You know,
Okay, but you more of a.
Yeah, I'm more of a
Sticks.
percussionist. Yeah.
Okay.
You know, and I have to learn that. You know,
okay.
I have to learn that. Just throw me to the wolves and
Yeah, but if you play with all of these bands, that's nothing. If you get in front of it right now, you just get loose.
yeah, it's
So-
a rap. All I need is
So
a
don't
shot
say
at
you
keeping
don't
things
do
right.
it no more. You're
Yeah.
not doing it at the moment.
No, I'm just not doing it at the moment.
Okay.
But like to piggyback what he was trying to say, when we was going to parties, we would dance. People don't dance no more. People's out there like this with their phones recording everything. We used to look forward to going to Legacy, Caligata, Lagani, and dance all night long, and then
Yeah.
get on the 4 train
Facts.
and make noise, and
Yup.
and our
Your
shirts
shirt drenched.
sweating and everything
Stuck to your back.
We playing the tambor on the seats and everything
Come
on the
on,
train
man.
going back to Brooklyn. We need to get back to that.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to be a director.
Yo, let me ask this question. Maybe it's just me, and I don't be wanting to say nothing at the part. When I go to a Aurelio Martinez concert or a Nino concert, it's like I see for me, it's too much what you call it, percusión. It's like everybody's just waiting for that part to dance.
Right.
Instead of before when Grupo H, Galiga Band, when they playing, everybody's dancing. Now everybody's watching, waiting for the drum part
And
to
then
jump
they
on
go
the
in.
stage.
Right.
So
I think everybody just, my opinion, they want to be seen. They got the cameras out. They go in front of the drums and they want to dance and.
now, if
shit
I
what
could
they can
dance
do.
like some of these
And then
people,
I-
I'll
we
be
out.
there.
You understand what I'm saying?
If
Like,
I could dance like that,
we
I'd be
need
up
to
there
get
too.
back to
I'm gonna keep it real.
You know, like Daria said, like the good old days. Daria is my homie from Far Rockaway.
Uh-huh.
I used to cabin with her after parties to Far Rockaway.
From the Bronx to Far Rockaway?
You can ask her.
Did he ever did y'all split the fares or you had her?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. That's
Keep
the
it
homie
real.
right there.
Keep it real.
Yep, after a whole night of dancing, Abraham, how you getting home? Yeah, we going to catch a cab. We out.
Uh-huh.
And
Oh,
that
y'all
was
going
it.
to the same spot.
You know, it was in the same spot. So we need to get back to that, like, you know, when the band's just playing, dancing, having a good time, you know, forget the negativity. You know, we don't got problems.
Mhm.
Leave the problems at home. We come to a party to have a good time and dance and enjoy ourselves.
Right.
Not to look for the enemy, not to look for somebody you got beef with. We here to like enjoy the culture. Our culture is so rich that we can adapt to anybody.
Right.
That's a fact.
We can go to a Garifuna party and dance hip hop, merengue, bachata, reggae, zouk, everything.
To your point, I bought Wendy Williams' husband. Yeah, I'm gonna name drop a little bit because not a lot, a little bit. I bought him to one of our parties. At first, he thought it was a Jamaican party. Then he thought it was a Dominican party. But when they put punta on, he said, "Okay, this is your people," because it turned up.
Yeah.
But to your point, you never know with us.
Yeah.
You never know with us because we blend into anything.
Rock to anything, and then
And
shout
you
out
be
to the musicians.
you be
They
rapping
play
too.
anything.
Spit something real quick, cuz.
I didn't say it. I don't know who told you I spit.
I'm trying to see if you got any hidden gems in there, because people who, because me as a filmmaker, is a lot of things that I think I could do in my mind. Like when I'm by myself,
I got books. I definitely got books,
uh-huh.
but my mind is focused on what it's focused on, baby. You feel what I'm saying?
All right. Before we get out of here, man, let's just talk a little bit more
Okay.
about this documentary.
Yes, sir.
First of all, I want to commend both of you guys,
Thank you,
and
thank you.
I'm salute the Quest too, man. Talk
Shout
to
out.
me,
my
talk to
man.
me about Quest, man. I'm getting
Okay.
tight with y'all. Talk
No.
to me about Quest.
Now, what it is
Just
you
cause he not garifuna.
No.
No.
He's got it from that heart. Believe
Yeah,
it or not.
that's a
for
fact.
sure, for
That's,
sure.
Believe it or not,
so
he-
talk-
he embraced our culture.
Yeah.
talk
Shout
to
out,
me about
shout
Quest.
out, Quest. You know what I mean? Shout out to Shelby. Shout out to Vontae. That's the brotherhood right there. That's the group right there. You know what I'm saying? You know, talented brothers as well. But you know, me and Quest, we met in high school. You know what I'm saying? And we had that do it yourself mentality from the gate, and that I think that's what glued us together.
Cool as
Because
hell.
we weren't the type to wait on anybody. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? We made the opportunity. You know, we created the opportunity ourselves. So that translated into what we're working on now. And Quest, you know, he's I always call him the evil genius. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah, the mastermind.
He's a mastermind. He could do, you know, the video editing, graphic design, videography, photography.
Yeah,
You know,
when he helped me
he's a
out,
nonstop machine.
when he helped me out with the video that we
Yeah.
did at that 50, I like,
Yeah.
damn, the angles he was filming from.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, I got to add that to my repertoire.
Yeah.
So
And you know, definitely we give each other flowers. We learn from each other. We you know, will commend each other on a great job that we do. You know, and you know, that's what it's all about. You know, we not blood, but we brothers. You understand what I'm saying? So, you know, that's, even though he's not here with us, you know, he has his, you know, he's back in Cali.
he's here in spirit.
But
He's
he's
here in
here in
spirit.
spirit for sure. You know what I mean? Because as we move forward with our endeavors, you know, they right there with us.
Yeah, one thing I learned in the business, we have our family, we love our family, but we get other family outside. Is we have our business families, or
Exactly.
we got, so it's like blood don't even make you more closer than what that can be. So I have a lot of people that like my, I don't even want to go into my story, but I'm a product of people showing love. Right place, right time, right energy. And I've been given equipment that it take people some lifetime to purchase. So and these are people that's not related to me biologically. You feel me?
That's a word right there. I gotta say that I'm a product of people showing love.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah,
because
like,
that's the truth. I mean, that goes from, you know, from our parents to our co-workers. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
when there's love and there's unity, that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at. You know what I mean? That's where we come. That's where we shine. That's where we shine. And all that negativity and hate, we ain't got time for that. You know what I'm saying? There's no growth there. You know what I mean? So we're
All right, cuz. So
what makes Agarifuna people unique,
mhm.
that the love is there between Guatemalans,
Yeah.
Belizeans, and Hondurans,
St. Vincent,
and St. Vincent, and
right.
Nicaragua.
all the other nationalities. It's love at the end of the day,
Mhm.
and that's all we teach, and it's always trying to show to everybody.
All right, I heard you taking a class today. I want you to tell my people something in Garifu now. So it's short and sweet. Come on, you didn't. I saw you take a 2-hour class. Talk to me.
It was 2 hours.
Yeah,
Yeah,
2
it was
hours.
2 hours.
Talk to me. Good morning. It's something. You feel me? You gave so Buiti Guyo, but it's nighttime. But I'm gonna take that Buiti Binafi. You feel me? Nah, but I want to commend you guys on keeping the culture relevant. And one thing that everybody who's out there, I'm gonna tell y'all a quick story real quick. I think I told y'all before, but working behind the scenes at, I believe it was HBO, and it was a brother there. His last name was Suniga. I ain't even going up front. His name is Suniga. I ain't gonna say his first name because he know where I live. His name was Suniga, and I asked him, "Yo, Suniga, you Garifuna?" He was like, "No, I'm not Garifuna." And I'm like, "Soon," I said, "Where you from?" He was like, "Queens." I was like, where your mother from? You were like, oh, Honduras. So, um, represent us wherever we at. Like if your mother's Honduras, your dad or Honduras, you guys are Garifuna. Like it's nothing wrong with saying I'm Garifuna. Everybody call me Mr.G. The G used to, I used to say the G stand for Guerrero, but I always say the G stand for Garifuna now. So just be proud of who you are, guys. Any last word you want to tell the people before we get out of here? And I'm sorry that you missed your class today, but we was just rolling.
Mr. Reyes, you see what I'm at.
He playing hooky right now. He's supposed to be in class.
I'm not cutting. You know what I mean? Like I'm putting the work in.
No, Mr. Reyes, he did say we was going to talk for half an hour, but we got caught up. So I just said forgive my little brother.
I got the
Namule, all right.
But just to piggyback off of what you said, just take pride in where you come from, where your people come from, because that's an extension of who you are, whether you realize it or not. You know what I'm saying? To understand who you are or who you're supposed to be and what your purpose is,
loosen up,
and who you're supposed to be, what your purpose is. You have to understand, who paved the way for you to be here, and who what they come from. You know what I'm saying? So that's definitely important, man. That's definitely important, and you just be proud, man. Just be
you ain't
proud.
Talk about the hat. Work. You ain't talk about the hat.
Oh, okay. So this is this like Abraham spoke on previously, previous to the Garifuna docu series. We started working on the Edgevern, is what we call it. Edgemere and Auburn. That's area projects in Far Rockaway that we grew up in, and so decided to speak on the story of the Rockaways of the peninsula, and just tell the story of what was and what is now and what will be. From same thing, breaking it down in different categories as far as film, sports, entertainment, its history, and the new generation, those coming up now in that area. So it's definitely an interesting story. There's a trailer out on it already. Definitely, you see if you look at the bottom of the screens, you see our IG. Social media.
Tell them.
Music X Genetics. So it's music, the letter X, and then genetics. That's you can find me. And my cousin here, the real Alvarancito. You can find him.
No, so don't speak for him. He about to talk too.
About to do his thing.
He's in takeover mode.
So that's what
talk for you.
That's what the Edgevern is about. Definitely coming out with more merch.
Where they can find the merch for right now?
Just reach me for now. Okay. Just reach me. I'm doing it. It's all in house.
Okay.
I'm going door to door. You know how it is. And for those who've been supporting, thank you. My brother from another mother, Freddie. He copped a couple of shirts and a hat. You see us rocking it. You know what I mean? And there's some orders coming in. Pre-orders as well. So thank you everybody for supporting. But let what we're doing be a testament to what you can do with your time. If you put in the hard work, it's nothing you can't achieve. You understand what I'm saying? Bang. With the little resources that you have, you can make a lot happen. You know what I mean? Don't just look at the table as, that the glass is half empty, but half full. There's something that can be done with what you have.
Tell them what you said about the parked car.
Yeah. You can't learn to drive a parked car. You got to get it moving. You know what I mean? From there, you understand, turn signal and acceleration, deceleration, things of that nature, driving for others out there, right? You learn that while in motion. You don't learn that from a park position. You follow what I'm saying? So
I'm still in that, cuz.
Yeah, no, that's what it is. I'll share it because I saw the post. It wasn't my post, but
you stole it too. Okay.
Yeah. So that's what it's about, man. Because sometimes we look at our situation like, damn, I don't have what it was necessary, but what you don't realize is you have what you have for a reason. You know what I mean? And God will provide you with more as long as you put in the work on your end. You got to meet him halfway. You know what I mean? And then just keep pushing forward, bro.
Damn, amen, brother. You preach too. That's what I'm talking about. One stop shopping with him. All right.
Do I have to say anything?
Yes. Abrancito.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
What you got?
I felt this is a calling for us.
Yeah.
This is something that, I guess God told us, we need to break out our story and break out the Garifuna culture story. You could be musicians, businessmen, doctors. We have Garifuna people that do everything.
Everything.
So our job is to like let people know that we can do everything. And our job is to like let the people know that, it doesn't matter where you're from, who you are, we can do this too. And we out here and we exist. And our job is to bring this out for us, for the people that's here and the people that's gonna come after us.
Bang,
Right.
You
bang.
understand what I'm saying? So
Bang.
this is what I was, lucky enough that, I started from from the music era, and I was able to connect a lot of people so that, you see somebody over there and be like, oh, I didn't know who you was, who you were, but I heard your music before, and it's a legend in the game. We have to give our artists they flowers. We quick to give other people they flowers, and they not Garifuna. Why not give our own people they flowers while they can smell it? You feel me? So that's our job. To treat our musicians, treat our legends like legends, and that's what we're here to do.
I like
Let them
that. I
tell
like
their
that.
story.
I like that.
They deserve that. They really do.
Yo, congratulations on that. Congratulations on that. Fellas, I feel proud to be a part of this. I like to have fun, man, but I admire what you're doing. And like y'all have my full support. Especially I want to say salute to Shawakan, Remolino, Panchang, Los Locos del Ghetto, Jailer from the Bronx, what's his name? Mr. Blunt, Menor. It's so many artists that actually helped me in the beginning. Thank you for sharing your talent with me. Like I know we can't name everybody because we have so many artists.
Right.
But I want to thank you guys. If you wasn't mentioned, please don't salute to my brother Coco Man as well. He was I'm his number one fan. And I just want to tell the world that humbly we love you guys, and there's nothing wrong with showing love to each other. Little boy, that's what's up. Corozal, stand up. Little boy has one of the most unique voices I've heard in a long time. And El Papa de Hip Hop, he's from Corozal too. Thank you guys for coming today, man. I really appreciate you guys. I have fun today.
Same.
You was getting me a little nervous, but I have fun today. He's so
I had to
serious.
I had to shake it.
Yeah, he has to shake.
I'm always in professional.
Shake it off. Now we were family over
Yeah,
here. I told y'all we was
no.
gonna have fun. Like one of the advantages of talking with people like you guys, I'm working, but I'm with family.
Right.
You get it? Like I'm a certain way when I'm working with everybody, with other people, but right here I want people to know that we have a connection. That is not just you guys coming to where I'm at, and I want them to know that we have history and we making history.
That's right.
So thank you guys for letting me be a part of this, and for everybody that's out there, like, share this video. And if you got Ifuna, and if we missed anybody, please put it in the comments. We will be going back over them. Aba ise ni hunsun nani gu, buiti gunyo. I said one love to all my people. Good night.
Thank you.